What's up, everybody? It's your boy Jacob, Pick Management, here with the Prince of Picks, betting royalty, Payam, off a stellar night. Payam, tell the people your record from last night.
Oh, just nothing special. Just a 10-6, 10-6 record.
10-6, up a light little 4 units. I was hit 8-6 last night. I put in a late ad, which are both cashed. If you follow me on Twitter at Pick Management, you cashed on those two. And our records for the last 4 days. This show, the NBA Betting Insiders, the only 7-day-a-week basketball betting show, is on fire. I am currently 18-9-1 over the last 4 days. Payam is 16-14, which means we are combined 34, 23, and 1, up almost 11 units in the last 4 days alone. What is better than that? We are a free podcast, and you can't beat it. So, make sure you hit that like, hit that subscribe before we get started. But what we are going to do is going to give you our Saturday best bets for this NBA slate. Then we're going to get you guys out of here. We got some player props, trends, analytics, all the stuff you guys want right here. In the, like I said, only 7-day-a-week NBA basketball betting show. So, Payam, let the people know how the rest of your night was, what you're up to, and what you are on tonight for your NBA best bets.
Yep. So, in the words of the great Jim Harbaugh, who's got it better than us? Nobody. That's right. We're crashing these books, guys. Keep following us. We're going to keep making you guys money. All right. So first up for tonight, we're going to head to Atlanta, where the Atlanta Hawks are hosting the Washington Wizards. For this one, I am on Atlanta team total over 129.5. I got that at minus 135. The Hawks have scored 130 plus in all 3 games versus the Wizards this season. Also, the Wizards are 30th dead last in the league defensively, allowing points per game. So every game has gone over so far. Now, I'm only going to take Atlanta team total because I'm not sure if Washington is going to hold their end. They have regressed a little bit offensively from the last time that these two teams played. So I will stay away from that, but I am all over the Atlanta team total over 129.5. What'd you have for this one?
Yeah, I'm gonna be on the other side here. I know you didn't take a spread, but you're leaning towards the team total over 129.5. I'm taking the Wizards +7 here. You know, Let me pull this game up real fast for you. Sorry about that.
I think we both could be right, but go ahead.
Yeah, so absolutely, this could hit. Wizards give up tons of points, which I understand, but the Hawks are only 3-13 against the spread at home, while the Wizards are 11-8-2 on the road. As a road underdog, 11-8-2 as well. I guess because the Wizards obviously have been an underdog in every single game, basically. Hawks as a home favorite, even worse, 2-9. Versus teams that win less than 45% of their games, 3-7. Versus teams allowing more than 102 points, 7-26. In the second game of a back-to-back, just 1-5 against the spread. And the Wizards versus teams that win more than 45% of their games. Less than 45% of their games. Wait. Yeah, scratch it. Wizards, who, when playing teams that win more than 45% of their games, cover the spread in 8 out of 11 games played. So there's a lot of things leaning trend-wise in the way of the Wizards. They lost by 8 to the Pacers in their last game. They have had a couple days rest while the Hawks just played last night against the Pacers. Which I hit on too. My little lean, my Pacers +6 lean cashed if you decided to ride with that. But yeah, Hawks at home right now. I think 7 is going to be too much here. So I'm all over that.
Cool. All right. Next up, we're going to go to Milwaukee, where the Bucks are hosting the Golden State Warriors. For this one, I'm on the game total over 246. That's at minus 110. Both teams are bottom 8 defensively in the league, allowing points per game. And they're also both top 10 in scoring. So I think there's going to be a lot of points in this game. Neither one of us is going to really be able to stop the other. And I'm also going to be on Warriors +11.5. I bought that up about half a point. Just because for this show, I just want wins. I don't want pushes. So we're going to do +11.5 at minus 120. And I can't lay double digits with this Milwaukee team. Their defense is too suspect for me. I understand they have won some games. Not to mention what 40 some points they beat Boston by their last game, but that's not the norm. And with the Milwaukee defense being as suspect as it is, I just have a hard time laying double digits with them, especially against a good offensive team, which Golden State can be at times. So I will be on the Warriors plus 11.5. Warriors at 73% ATS as a road dog. And Milwaukee is just 42% ATS as a home favorite. So a little bit more support for that pick there. And then I am going to go Giannis over 45.5 points and rebounds, minus 140 for that. There's just nobody that can really stop him. He's the only one that can stop himself. I think this game's going to be close, so I expect him to play all 4 quarters. And I think he should be able to reach that combo over 45.5 points and rebounds. Do you have anything for this one?
So this is the NBA Betting Insiders, and I have been in this business for quite some time, so I know some places to look to get some information that maybe not everybody else has. And I kind of feel like Draymond is a real possibility to take the floor tonight versus the Bucks. He's listed as questionable right now, so that has changed. Maybe before today, he was not listed as questionable; it was out. So that's something to think about. And because of that. And good news, the line has moved. It is 11.5, so you don't have to buy it up. I got you 11.5 at minus 105, so you can grab that. I'm going to ride that 11 with you, the 11.5 with you. I think this is too many points, especially if we get where Draymond plays. We'll see this line drop significantly really quickly. So I think it's worth taking a shot. I think if he doesn't play, 11.5 is still a lot of points. And then if he does play, we're going to be on the better side of the number. So I'm going to take this officially. I wasn't on it before, but after hearing that he is questionable and is a real possibility to play tonight, I will ride that 11.5 for minus 105 with the Golden State.
Cool. Awesome. All right. And then last up for me, we're going to go to Oklahoma City where the Thunder are hosting the Orlando Magic. This one, I'm on Orlando plus 11.5. Again, I bought that up at half a point. You can tell me if the line has moved on that. I just think the Magic defense is too good to not keep it close. The Magic have lost by 12 plus in just 2 of their last 13 games. So this is a team that typically keeps it under 12 points, and they're always competitive with their defense. Defense tends to travel on the road. The thing that most teams struggle with is if you're a good offensive team, sometimes your offense doesn't carry over when you're on the road. But if you're a good defensive team, that's based on, those are principles that are just based on effort and energy and discipline. And those things usually carry over whether you're at home or on the road. And so you typically see these good defensive teams. They'll play good defense both on the road and at home. And Orlando is, one of the examples of that. So I like Orlando's defense to keep it close here. So 11.5 is too much for me. I will take Orlando plus 11.5. That's going to be my final bet of the night, and I'll pass it over to Jacob.
Awesome. So I will touch on this game real quick. I am going to be on OKC Orlando over 230. The line just dropped from 232.5 to 231.5. These two teams against each other, 7-3 to the over the last 10 games played versus each other. Right now, OKC is for the season 22-14-1 to the over. Orlando on the road 10-9-1. At home 12-7-1 to the over for OKC. And then the over has hit in 5 out of the last 6 games for OKC and 5 out of the last 7 versus Orlando. And then just to keep adding on to this, over has hit in 8 out of 9 for OKC in their last 9 games versus a Southeast Division opponent. And the total has gone over in 5 out of the last 5 games versus an Eastern Conference opponent just in general. So a lot of things leaning this way. These teams like to run and gun, both great offensively. And because of that, I did buy this down 1.5 just because I felt like I need to. My number says 230.5. So, I don't want to get killed by a half a point. So I bought it down for that. Although you said you bought it up, you don't have to. Orlando is currently plus 11.5 for minus 110, so you don't have to worry about the juice there. And to review for Payam, he is on Atlanta team total over 129.5. Bucks Golden State over 246. Golden State plus 11.5. Giannis over 45.5 points and rebounds, and Orlando plus 11.5. I have a couple more plays for you guys. I am going to the Houston Rockets versus the Boston Celtics. That tip-off is tonight at 7. The total for this game is currently set at 228. And I am going to take this. I actually got it at 227. I understand that Houston did just play. This is their fourth game in fifth night, in their fifth night, their third game in 4 nights. They've played 4 road games in a row, but they played a banged up Miami, a shitty Chicago, which they lost against. They beat Detroit by 2, which doesn't say much because of how bad Detroit is. And that was in Detroit. And then they play Boston again. And then they play Boston tonight. Boston comes off of 2 days rest. Currently 10-8 to the over at home. 20-16 to the over versus teams allowing greater than 102 points per game, and 17-14 to the over after a day off. Houston is 4-2 to the over in the second game of back-to-back. Their defense gets a little bit sloppy when they have tired legs, and I would say this is a definite tired leg situation, playing that many games in such a short amount of time. And then the over has hit in 6 out of 9 for Houston, and 9 out of 13 for Boston. Yeah, that'll do it for me for that game.
You know what? If I can interrupt quick, I got something interesting that I'm thinking about for that game. I can't remember the last time where a team lost by 40, 45 points in their last game, and then their very next game they're favored by
15 and a half.
15 and a half points, right? So I think the books are telling you who to pick here. I personally, I think this is a smash spot for Boston. I think this is a redemption spot for them at home. It's a big number. That's why I'm afraid to take it, but I get it. And I think, I just think Boston could end up destroying this Houston team, especially like you just alluded to. Houston's been on a road trip, played a lot of games in a short amount of time. And, eventually you're going to get worn out from that just naturally.
Well, we did see this game open at 231 and the line has dropped to 228.5. 61% of the bets and 86% of the money is currently on the under. So public and big bettors on the under. Probably because they don't think the Houston's going to be able to do their part here. And in a blowout, they're concerned about, people starting to sit, not scoring as many points late in the game. But I think Boston does more than enough to do their part. And if Houston can hit 100, I think we're good. I also have a lean towards the Boston team total over here. We'll take a peek at that real quick. I think it's 124-ish, 122. Actually, I'm all over that. I thought it was a little higher. I'm going to take that Boston team total over 122.5 as an official ad here. I think, Houston tired defense. Like I mentioned, they're shit on they're 4-2 to the over in the second game of back-to-backs, which means their defense is terrible in that second game. So I'm going to take this Boston team total over 1.
Not to mention Houston's defense just struggles in general on the road for some reason.
Yeah, I mean,
that's a weird thing with them for some reason. And they're a young team. Boston's a tough place to play. East versus West. They're not familiar with it. Yeah,
tons of travel for them.
Yeah,
I think they have the schedule for this. I want to say they have another road game after this. This isn't their final road game of this trip.
I think you're right.
It's getting close to it. I'm pretty sure they have one more after.
I think so.
So moving on, I have another one for you. I am going to the Jazz versus Lakers tonight at 9:30. I'm going to be taking the Jazz money line even right now against the Lakers. Not too much like trend wise for me going into this. The only reason why I really like it is because Utah's been fucking balling out. Let's see this. 2, 4, 6, 8. 8-2 the last 10 games. 9-2. Yeah, 9-2 the last 11. Outright. Utah's just been on fire. Lakers not been playing that great. Traveling to elevation. And I think this is going to be a great showing and a great performance by the Jazz here. I think they really are going to step it up. Currently 79% of the bets, but only 14% of the money. So a lot of big bets on the Lakers here. Looking like the Jazz are more of a public team tonight, but I'm okay with that. I'm riding with them. I think the hot streak continues, especially at home. I really like it.
So I got it. So let me interject here because
Sure.
I had this bet,
Yep.
and I had information on it, and then I crossed it off because I was scared. But you know what? Now that you're talking about it, not only am I going to take this bet, but we're going to make this another official showdown. I'm on the Lakers money line. Lakers, they beat Utah by 32 back in November. Now, yeah, that was in LA, but still, that's quite a gap of to win a game by. And you know, my thing is, I think Anthony Davis is just a problem, especially for Utah. I don't see what they're going to do with him. I think he could go absolutely off tonight. And you know, I think with the Lakers kind of struggling, winning here, losing here, they're kind of inconsistent. I think this is an opportunity for them to kind of make a statement. Saturday night game. And this is more of a feel for me. I know Utah's been, riding this wave lately, and I do think they're better than they are. And like I said, I've been one of the few people who have been, kind of supporting them from a couple weeks ago, saying that, they are better than what people think they are. Their players are better than what people think they are. But having said all that, something is telling me that the Lakers are going to win this game tonight. I'm not a Lakers fan. In fact, I'm probably a Lakers hater. But that's even more of a reason why I didn't want to do it. But you know what? I just have this feeling. I'm on Lakers money line. We're gonna make that an official showdown between me and Jacob. And by the way, for the record, I did beat Jacob last night in our showdown, so I am 3-2 currently. Take that for what it's worth. But yeah, let's see what happens. I think it's gonna be a close game either way.
He's got a feeling. Ooh. Tonight's gonna be Payam's night.
Yes.
That's my wonderful singing voice.
Yeah, love it. There you go. That's my official theme song. So
I'm gonna have to get that track.
Every time we have a showdown,
he's got a feeling.
Jacob's
I'm definitely gonna do that. That is gonna be it. I think we just found our song.
That's it right there. That's our official showdown song.
So I have two more plays for you guys. Moving on. Honestly, I am not much of a person who likes to take dogs, whether it be spread, money lines. I'm a scary better. I usually, you guys know me, take juice more than anything. But right now, the Dallas Mavericks are without Luka Doncic. I think he will play on Monday. The Pelicans play the Mavs in a home and home tonight in Dallas, and then again on Martin Luther King Day on Monday in Dallas. And I think even though the Pelicans just played last night, they had a good performance against the Nuggets, didn't cover, just missed it, but they did hit their team total over. I'm going to be taking the Pelicans +4 here, and I'm going to sprinkle a little half a unit on the money line +125. Is no Zion, no play, but no Luka, no problem. So, I think that they'll be able to do it because of that. And I really like them to not just cover the spread, but win this outright. So to review for myself, I am on OKC Orlando over 230, Jazz money line, Pelicans +4 and a half unit on the money line +125, Houston Boston game over 227, Boston team total over 122.5, Wizards +7 and Golden State +11.5. Payam is on Lakers money line, Atlanta team total over 129.5. Bucks, Golden State over 246. Golden State +11.5. Giannis over 45.5 points and rebounds. And Orlando Magic +11.5. Payam, let the people know where they can find you.
Yep. So you guys can follow me on X and on TikTok at PrinceofPix10. Also, make sure you guys follow the channel here on YouTube at Sports Betting Insiders. We do have new videos coming out every day. We are the only 7-day-a-week NBA gambling show, so you're not going to want to miss a single day of what we have going on here at Sports Betting Insiders. Make sure you guys hit the notification bell so you guys stay up to date with all our new videos. We are covering the African Cup of Nations, Asian Cup, international soccer tournaments. We got European soccer with Soccer QH VIP and Jacob. Big time Jacob. So you guys don't want to miss any of the content and action that we got going on here at Sports Betting Insiders.
Yeah, definitely not. Like Payam just said, European soccer is back. That is my biggest moneymaker. Ash is a monster when it comes to betting soccer. You guys are also going to be able to start seeing me daily, or at least mostly daily, on the new Driving the Line show and website with Jonathan Coachman, Allan Bell, Phil McKeegan, all sorts of really big names. I am moving up in the world, if you like to look at it like that. So big things are happening. We're going to be having some giveaways for this channel. So make sure to hit that like and subscribe. Follow us on TikTok. I'll have the Sports Betting Insider socials are all going to be out soon. And we do have a free Discord channel, so you can make sure to join that. You'll find all of our videos, shows, podcasts, free plays, and more there. I'm Jacob at Pick Management across all socials, and we will see you later.
It's all mathematics. Mighty most definitely. It's simple mathematics.